What up everybody, it's your girl July from Kickback Couture, and today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on ShaperBox. So I have this wave loop from Producer Grind Kit, Lil Uzi Vert and Nav Melody Loop Pack. It's the first one and it's called Blissful 150 and it has growth speed on it, but I'm going to go ahead and add to it with ShaperBox. It has growth speed on it within the loop file that I already downloaded from the pack is naturally on there. I have no idea what I'm trying to say, but hopefully you do. Alright, cool. So cable guys, ShaperBox. So with ShaperBox we have time, filter, pan, volume, and width. So let's go ahead and start. Let's just add all the shapers and let's start with time. So the first thing I want to show you is stuttering. So if you grab this tool right here, it's just like step mode. It allows you to draw steps. Any kind of step you do with this will result in a stutter. And it also comes with some presets that you can use and stutter with as well. So and you could change it however you would like to. Next thing we could do here is also add some scratches, but before I do that, I'm just gonna bring this up. Gonna keep the stutter here. So as far as scratch goes, we can even just get rid of what we have. If we want to make a scratch, we could start with a stutter pattern and we're gonna right click and now we have a scratch. And if we listen, we hear it's a little out of time, so I'm gonna turn on the metronome. If I hold down, I'm gonna deselect this for a second. If I hold down Alt, I can drag a box over these points, and I can move this to a different rhythm position. Turn the metronome off. Alright, cool, so I like that. Let's say I want to add a tape stop. So tape stop, anything that is pretty much curved is going to slow down the audio. If it is parallel to this line, this diagonal line that you see here, then it's going to stop the audio. So I'm going to bring this down here and deselect this, and this will be like a tape stop here. Just double left click to get rid of the point, but actually what I'm going to do here is start from the beginning and then show you again so that it makes sense by itself first, and then we can go on and add more stuff if we choose to. Gonna add this point and gonna draw a point here, just right clicking. See, naturally it will be like this. When I right click, it will like snap to the point so that there's no clicks. So if we listen, that's a curve, and then this is gonna like pop and this will be smooth, and that's just changing by right clicking. Gonna left click to get rid of this point and move this one, and now we have tape stop. And like I said, it has to be parallel to this point, so if you move it, it's gonna do something a little different. So again, let's start from the beginning. Next thing I want to show you is how to slow things down and how to speed them up. So if you hold down shift, you can snap to grid points on within the grid. So this is going to slow it down this side, and this is going to speed it up. Which is, I think, really dope. So I'm going to draw let's do something like this. Hold down shift, get it to snap, and you can also put this on and this will snap it to the grid too, this little tool right here. And then I'm gonna go up, whoops, right click. Alright, let's move this way. Turn this off for a second so I can get this where I want it, and that's where I want it. So this is gonna slow down, and then I want it to turn the snap back on. It's gonna speed up and then it's gonna slow down. Alright, let's listen to this. Alright, the next thing we can do is reverse, and which I also forgot to mention before we get to that. The stutter patterns that you can use are down here if you want like an idea starter, and scratch, tape, pitch, which is what I just did, slow down, speed up, reverse. Basically, if you want to reverse, you just have to have a steep drop, so it'll reverse here. And let's go ahead and put this back. So this would be like a reverse area right here. And I can make another point. So this is pretty much reverse, and then these are things that we can do, the little presets. That might as well be like tape stop, but whatever. And this is a reverse preset that I go for most times when I use reverse. Another thing I want to show you is the bands, which is up here. You can create low and mid and high bands and affect whichever band you want to. In this case, we are affecting the mid. And now we can just affect the high band. And we can pull this up too and look at it and change it this way too. And you could solo a band as well. So if I click on the high band, I'll solo the high band. I can click on the low band, solo the low band, same with the mid. But I'm going to turn that off and not utilizing the bands in this case. Now if you were getting pops, like I said earlier when I showed like the tape, the scratches, make sure it's on smooth mode. If it's on instant, you might get pops, and then make sure you're right clicking and that is connected to the dot. It's a straight line. It won't be curved in any way. Like that's a curve, so you won't get a pop if it's like that. Also, you could get a pop if your points aren't on time. Like if this is like further back or something, it'll be like something like, let's see the stutter ones. Like this right here. If I move this, we hear a pop here. So it's important to make sure they're in time with each other. So let's turn snap off. So basically the idea is just make sure that these two are in the same spot. So now they're not straight yet actually. It says 3337, 3337 time 17. Yeah, so yeah, they were straight. So yeah, just make sure these are a straight line. And the next thing I want to talk about is the filter. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on reverse and move on to the filter, and you can move these down here to whichever signal flow you want. With the filter, it's just like a regular filter. The high is up here from 18.1 kilohertz down to 25 hertz. And you could change the length with any of the different shapers. Got cool patterns, creative patterns, rhythms, you have sweeps, and this will give some crazy bounce too. Next we have pan, which is pretty much just like Pancake. You have the same band options you have in all of them, as time and loop length, all that matches, and the tools are the same. Pan, we can go left to right. Hopefully you're wearing headphones. If you don't have ShaperBox and you want to pan things, Pancake, I believe I have it on this computer. Pancake 2 is free. You can download it. It's basically the same exact thing. Only difference is the ability to change the band. So I could change the band. Some of it will stay mono and the rest will pan from left to right. Gonna go ahead and get rid of Pancake. Next we have volume, and this allows you to modulate the volume. So I can grab this and bring the volume down here. And I can just affect whatever band I want to. But I'm gonna cut out the lows here. And as we move this higher, we get rid of that popping sound. Next is width. Similar to pan, but in this case, it'll make something mono and then make it stereo. So mono means that it's just straight down the middle. Stereo means that it's wide from left to right. To show you that, I can just do a quick demonstration. So if I pull this knob mono, if you're wearing headphones, you hear how it got smaller and you no longer hear it as prominent in the left and right. It's more down the middle, and now it sounds wider. So this will allow you to modulate that from regular stereo up to 200% and then down to mono. So this is 100%. Let's see what 200 sounds like. And that's a cool effect. So we've added everything, and we can, this link button right here links all of the shapers together except for the filter. The filter is the only thing without a link option. So if I turn this off and this is on now, I'll be able to get back to the original sound. What? That's why I don't let you in here. Alright, so yeah, that is ShaperBox. You can definitely get more into it with these options here. You can randomize the wave points. You can move the entire selection to the right or the left. And we have undo and redo buttons, so I can go back to what I had previously. In Reason, specifically pressing Ctrl Z doesn't undo what you do here, so these are very useful. We have MIDI triggers that we can use. And it says when on, MIDI notes will load waves from their buttons to their assigned shapers. So that's pretty cool as well if you wanted to do something crazy similar to artillery. So if you like this video, give it a like, comment, subscribe, and most definitely let me know what you would like to see next. It's all culture, kickback, and cook up.